When I was a child, I was silent. Silent by choice, not by circumstance. When I was a child, I didn't understand how privileged my silence was. It's easy to be silent when the majority of the country shares your pale skin. But I didn't understand that, not at the time. I stumbled into a Mandarin Chinese class the fall of my freshman year when the Spanish classes I so desperately desired were full. Growing up in Miami, Spanish was the only way to find your voice. But it was in this Mandarin class that I inexplicably began to speak. Maybe it was because I discovered that I could maneuver the tones of Mandarin far better than I can roll my R's in Spanish. Or when I studied abroad in China, I found people who were appreciative and curious about the things that had always made me uncomfortable. My heritage, my skin, myself. Or maybe it's because after years of searching for Mi Casa in Miami, I found My Casa in Gainesville, an organization of people who became equally passionate, who became my family. But these people not only taught me more about Chinese culture, this culture I was coming to love, they taught me about my privilege. Because I sat there and I listened to my friends talk about injustice and experience that they had seen and they had experienced at the hands of people who looked just like me. And I began to not only understand my privilege, but learn what it meant to be a white American and an ally of the Asian American community. Privilege is a weird thing. A lack of melanin has seemingly paved the way for an easier life. It adorns my accomplishments, the scholarships, the work opportunities, and yet it also lurks in my darkest moments when the demons in my head say I can't eat, when an anorexia diagnosis is crashing down around me. I am privileged. Because even though Asian American women are some of the most underdiagnosed when it comes to eating disorders due to a cultural stigma about mental health and a natural tendency towards a thin physique, I am the privileged one. I am the one who can walk into therapy, walk into a hospital, and be greeted by someone who speaks my language, reads my words, and has shared experience to truly help me recover. But what this community has shown me is that even though privilege makes our experiences vastly different, allyship looks like empathy and support. Moving forward, this community has given me an unforgettable lesson of what it means to be privileged and what it means to be an ally. They have shown me that the most powerful thing I can do is speak. To be that louder voice in the crowd, to share the experiences and what I have learned from this community. So now, nearly 21 years in the making, I finally have the voice. Even though I stand here, I will not and will never speak on behalf of the Asian American community. But now I have a voice to be an ally, to be the journalist that shares the stories, to educate others about privilege. So yes, I have a voice. I am proud to call myself an Asian American ally, and with that, I will never be silent again. Thank you.